Hello everybody, this is James and welcome to episode 90 of TGWPIS FC. So, we were best here for Barcelona. And obviously some games have gone through and things have gone very well. Now I said I'd bring you back from Chelsea, but we'll talk about that in a second. First, let's go over results. 1-0 against Leeds, it's 3-1 against Birmingham. We beat Young Boys with the B team 3-0. A 2-2 tie to Everton. I just don't know. The big thing, they've been kind of our bogey team this entire series. I think they're the only team we have a losing record against, but that aren't like part of the big six. So I couldn't tell you. The boys just shut off for this game, but then they came back and they won 6-1 at Wolves. So then we had a 5-0 win at Newcastle. Played a fully rotated squad again against Anderlecht. Got 3-1. Tottenham, we drew 2-2. Once again, kind of a difficult one. It took us to the 90th minute where Rodane got us the equalizer. So, I mean, it did kind of suck, but, you know, you kind of have to take these kind of lumps. We crushed Luton in the Caballero Cup quarterfinal, which we drew Wolves for, which is very, very nice for us. 5-0 to Burnley, and then 4-1 to Chelsea. Now, you're probably saying, James, you're supposed to bring us back for the Chelsea game. Why didn't you bring us back for the Chelsea game? I'll tell you why. We're going to look at the competitions. Chelsea are in 5th. Liverpool are in 2nd. So I figured I would give you guys a Boxing Day extravaganza of Liverpool versus TGWPIS. 1st versus 2nd at home. Yeah, let's be honest. This is more of a challenge, more of an interesting game, more storylines going on here than anything else. Some other things to talk about. So we drew Fulham in the FA Cup 3rd round. Fulham are in the Championship. We have Wolves in the Caballero Cup semi-final. I believe Chelsea and Manchester United are the other teams in the final. And then we got the old lady in the championship, the Champions Cup, also known as the Champions League. So, some good, strong opponents. And we're starting to you can kind of see here now. We got Wolves, we got Man City, Chelsea again, and then kind of a little bit, you'd say an easier run in. And I won't say it, but I'm just going to point out here. There's a lot of green here. A few yellow, or orange, depending on how you look at it, but not a lot of red. That might change today, though. Liverpool is going to be without Trent Alexander-Arnold, Richie Middleton, Tato Bani, and Ben Chilwell are all questionable. As for us, once again, I guess we talk about this. Obviously the head-to-head matchup goes against us, but apparently because of form and stuff, we're the odds makers favorites in this Boxing Day preview. Here's the squad we're going to go with. Oh, they want Philip over Bertels. That's interesting. And you've noticed something here. I've been searching high and low for a good right back, and I couldn't find one. Moreno got injured recently, and if you look at him, he's really started to deteriorate. Oh, that's wrong, Moreno. He's really started to deteriorate to the point where he's at the same level as Alex. And if you just kind of look at the way he does things, he's good at everything he does, but he's not exceptional. And he's kind of 22, you would just say, James, he's 22. He may not develop anymore, but he's still a solid player. Yes, but I think it's time. You got Alex, who has a lot more ability and the ability to grow a lot more. And Wieland can actually play at right back. So we've kind of had this logjam at left back for so long. I'm giving Watson a chance to play left back, Wieland to be able to switch over to right back. And it's worked out pretty well. And what's nice now is that obviously Wieland is our highest assister this year. If we look at competitions, Wieland has 8 assists and Pepe has 17 goals. But across a lot of our a lot of stuff. He's a big mixer. He's a big guy in all of our sides. So getting him and getting Watson in, who is a competent left back and just is, since we've given him the chance, has just really grown tremendously. And what's even better about this is that if you remember, we look at our squad, we look at our international profile. There's got to be a way at team report. Is under team report where loanies are? Oh, it's under Dev Center. Loans. If we look at our loans, and where is he? Carlos Alberto. Left back. Can play complete win back, which we're playing now. On attack. He can do that. He can do it really well. So I think it's a time where we move on Moreno. Let Watson play on the left. We let Whelan play on the right. We call back Carlos Alberto to play as a backup to Watson, and then we have Fantini on the other side, and we were good. We have our kind of fullback situation because I mean, talk about dribbling, crossing stats. This guy's got it. Defending is is passable for what we need him to do, but I mean, obviously I love everything he does, and he's had an okay loan, right? Yeah, his progress, you can see he's developed. He's had an okay loan. Not the best. Not like Briham Sanu here, who has been tearing it up. And so is Jairo Prero. He just has the unfortunate problem where he's in a midfield where we are stacked in midfield. So, I think that's the plan. That is definitely the plan. Renzo is not getting a lot of play time out there, but he's still developing. This guy's doing real well, developing well. Striker. Ooh. He could be something. Anyways, I digress. That's what's going on going forward. They think we use more depth in goal. I think we're fine in goal. You can see there's not a lot of things that we're worried about here. So let's look at the tactics here. This is the team going forward. This is the team what we're going to be looking at. Now, Bertels is obviously still in the squad, still amazing, still going to be working hard. But actually, I prefer him in this game over Philip. But we're looking at moving some people on, Bertels being one of them. We've already got some people who are wanted, who are transfer listed, that I'd be happy to move on. There's some that I'm not, but we're shrinking the squad down this for sure. But let's talk about the team for today. Brody in goal, Whelan, Lopez, Alex, Watson makes up the backline. Bertels, Keating, Fetz, Herrero, Wright, and Pepe, as always, leading the line. Bench is Gentile, Moreno, Camara, Roland, Moreno. See, we have Marino and Moreno, Philip, and Camilo. Let's submit the team and see what we can do against second place Liverpool. I'm interested to see how they line up. Very much like us. Okay. Now they've got a lot of good players. I know Liverington is somebody who I've been looking at. I think he's England's striker. And I know that's one of the things I've been trying to do is kind of bring in English talent. This guy is Dutch, Ajax, new to them this year. This guy's been around them forever. They got him from Cologne. And he is a very, very capable advanced playmaker. But where would he be? He'd be second to Herrero, and he's better than Philip at the role. And then they've got some strong defenders. So this guy's requested to leave. Really? Can he play ball-playing defender? He can. How is his tackling? Great pace. Heading, first touch. Ooh. Scout me this boy, please. Transfer status. See, this is the reason why you look at these things. Let's declare interest for transfer. Just to get him more unsettled. Yeah. Pacheco. How about him? He's pretty good too. Also can play ball length defender. More your traditional center back. Also, a thing to worry about is like our entire back line is like on yellow cards and could be suspended. So, all right. Recent form says to show them why we're first. Yeah, they love that. I have faith. I have faith. I have faith. Tunnel time. You can make a real statement of your intentions going to attack from the opening was how do you approach this game? We'll go attack from the kickoff. How do you intend to seize the initiative? At the end of the day, I believe we're the better team. We come on our terms. Leading scores as leading scores in Premier League, how do you look forward to make a positive match? We certainly aim scoring goals gives us the best chance to win. That's the most John Madden approach I ever heard. You got to score goals to win the game. Your second Premier League, yeah, momentum is important in soccer. And right into it. Here we go. And Herrera was immediately injured. What did he get? A lower leg injury. Those are never good. Luckily, we have Philip, who can immediately come in. Plays a playmaker on support. So, I mean, that may change up our... I don't think it'll change up our January too much. As not a lot going forward. We're going to do a demand more. As they're on the ball here. Over the top to Livingston. Brody, as he shoots on goal at his England counterpart. And Brody makes a good save. We demanded more of them. I guess nothing happened from the corner. Free kick here. Brody, easy save. He had it the entire way. Wish he could have held on to it, but we'll concede the corner. What does stats look like? They've had more possession. Philip with the header out. That's the one thing we are going to miss, though. Herrera has... I mean, he's been in great form of late. And just his presence, because he's 6'4" in the box. Playing attacking midfield. Bertol's there right. Now, I have told these guys to fire more often. Watson's there. Fires it in. Great score. 1-0 to the good. David Watson with his first of the season. Assisted by Michael Bertels. I think it took a little bit of a deflection in. Right, Bertels? He hits it. I know Becker got a hand on it, but couldn't. It was too strong of a shot. As their right back gets injured here. So injuries aplenty coming in here. Keating forces him off the ball. Pushes it forward to Pepe, who immediately takes it and starts running. Gets tackled, but Philip is on it. Finds Fetz. Fetz is going in all the way. And Fetz scores with his 10th. Man, ever since I took these guys off pass less, not shoot more, but just, shoot less often, it has been a nice revelation because Fetz and Wright have gotten into the goals. Fetz just dinks it between Allison's legs, and we are 2-0 to the good and flying. Philip being forced into service in the 6th minute, already showing that he can handle it in the attacking midfield role with already with an assist. As he is back on the ball as Wright's here. First time shot? Nope. Finds it to Fetz. Fetz going to turn his man, try and shoot. Passes it off to Keating. Keating lashes it just wide. Now, also, we changed Keating to a box-to-box midfielder. Cut from a deep line playmaker. If only because to let him get a little bit further up the field and see what he can do. Because he is a workhorse, an engine, and can definitely do that. Alex... making a great tackle. Lopez is back there. He's going to send it all the way back to Brody. Let us reset our shape here. 42 minutes on. A third goal before the half would be just a dagger. As we're trying to find... Brody, you got guys out left. Watson's far out left. Fullback. Oh, Lopez finally finds the right pass. Finds the defense. Out to Wieland. Out to Fetz. Fetz to Philip. Great switch of play. Wright's there. First time shot. And it is 3 goals in the first half. And you can see, letting these guys be free scoring. Watson, first time, just volley to first time shot. Bang. And we are off to the races. Less possession. No yellow cards, kind of a cagey game, but the ref's letting us play. Christian Ayala, he was playing right back for them. He's a center back. He's not right one. He was when he was hurt. I'm going to let them know you're winning, but things could change. You lose job. Don't let that happen. I think that's good. I have faith. Doesn't get Wieland back, but gets the rest of them. He just looks stressed, but that's fine. He can be a little stressed. As we are on the attack again here to begin the half. Comes in Fetz. Oh, wow. Usually you don't see something like that. Usually there's a penalty involved as Lopez gets Wieland here. Wieland, delivery's usually good. Finds Bertol's instead. Bertol's going to run in there. But Becker easily saves. And we are still good. So they took Livingston off and Harry Kane comes on. Oh, Hayes went on there. So they've made their 3 subs early. We can't watch this. Vincinius Jr. Molina. Tackles come in. Nothing happens. Scrivengard. Brody. He makes the save. We are holding on to this lead. The win puts us 8 points clear of Liverpool at the top of the table. Junior again. As they are rotating around, and it just comes to nothing. What has Kane done this year, by the way? We're just going to look at it. He's done 91 goals since he's come to Liverpool. Not as prolific as his Tottenham career. Though he's played a ton for them. Just never as high goal scoring since he left Tottenham. But still, 17 in 37 games isn't bad. What has he done? Anything in the Champions League? Cup, Continental. Okay, so he was pretty prolific in the Champions League. 7 goals in that is pretty good. All right, Nicholas Wright looks like he may suffer a bruised side. But we've got people who can come in for him. All right, so let's look at some substitutions here. Fetz is looking tired, as is Watson. We can't take anybody off for Watson, so... Wright, on the other hand, will take out for Camilo, because he can just come sort right in there. And, I didn't bring any midfielders. Well, that's my bad. I think that's good. We'll bring on Diego Cameron for Fetz, Kamara. Since he's looking tired. Just replace the wingers. So basically just going to replace the attacking midfield there. As their clearance goes to Kane. Kane gets tackled by Alex, and it goes back to Watson. And then Brody. And Lopez is here. Keating, can he look to switch the play? He can. Finds Kamara. Gets past his man. Takes the shot. Becker with the easy save. But you missed 100% of the shots you don't take. So we definitely have to do that. Watson's looking exhausted, but we're just going to keep going out there with him. Lopez, foul. Is that going to be yellow? Yeah, it's yellow. He'll miss the next match, which is sad, but, you know, tactical foul. When you play high pressing like we do, it tends to happen. Now, I know we could have shut down and kind of lightened up the tackling and stuff and defense a little bit as the game wore on, but I've talked about it before. This tactic, we are still best on attack all the time. Kamara, great tackle there. Can he just hoof it forward? And that ends it. Referee's seen enough. 3-0. We've gone now 32 matches unbeaten. Allison was finally beaten over 300 minutes. Sergio Pancho, bunch of guys. Kamara made his 225th. Oh, different Kamara. Harry Kane made his 525th league appearance. Austin Hayes made his first game. Where did Hayes come in? He's the right back. He's the defender who came on for the injured right back. Let's see. I'm happy with the way you played. Well done, guys. It's a great win for us. They all agree. I just want to see what... Okay, 2 to 3 weeks isn't bad. Pull the calf muscle. We can definitely do that. We've got Abna who can come in and definitely handles that. We're just going to send the assistant. I would agree. Watson was man of the match. Your defensive work was great. Anyone reported the target of Tuesday? I'm not prepared to ask that. I played for the speculation. Yeah. That's right. Get that player riled up. It's happy with team's positives, which is great. Or we should get a letter now or an email saying that What's your reaction on some criticism to TGWPIS FE? Physicality. It's ridiculous. It's not the type side of all. Unfortunately, someone picked up an injury. These things happen. It's the same thing with us. We got an injury in this game, even before their guy. Season of good cheer for Premier League fans. Goodison Park. Oh, Everton took down Chelsea. And they're in a free fall now. What did Manchester City? Manchester City did that. Man United beat Brigham. We lose him through injury, but we've got Roger, Philip, Adriana, Michael Bertos, and a bunch of people did that to handle it. Lopez will miss a day. He accepts his fine. That's not a problem for us. Just part of what we do and part of how we do it. We've got the FA Cup coming up here, and then January and transfer business happens. All right, let's take a little look here. Angel Rodan, our backup striker, who is slowly becoming one of the he's Argentina's #1 striker, I think, right? If we look at their national team tactic. Yeah, him and Lautaro Martinez. That's just crazy. That's just absolutely crazy. He's only made 36 appearances, 17 goals, and he's happy with, I think he's happy with what he does. 1 negative. He's just struggling to connect with Moreno. Isn't playing regularly enough. He's happy. He expects to start most matches. Well, he's a squad player. He's fine. All right. That's competitions. Let's come back here. Let's look at the schedule. It's either Wolves in the second Caballero Cup game, or we go right into February, advance the season even more, kind of push through, and let's go into the Champions League knockout. Yeah, let's come back for Juventus. Get all the transfer business done. We'll talk about that. Maybe even just do a transfer episode, talk about who we brought in, and then come in for Juventus. By the way, Juventus, how do they look? Van der Beek, Sal. They got Sal playing out there. Sanderberg. We got some real people left. A key player is Moreno Holtar. He is a right back, and he is a relatively good right back, but he is injured right now. But he'll be back for that. This is their best prospect. He's a defensive midfielder. This is their vice captain, the striker. Pretty good. How does he compare? He's 4-star. I mean, he's not as good as Fetz, Brola, and Pepe, but better than Pavlov or Camilo. All right. Yep. So Juventus it is. That's what we'll come back for. Hopefully you've all enjoyed this. I've been James. You've been you. This has been TGWPIS FC, and I'll talk to you all soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.